Hi there. Hello, everybody. Toby Stinson here at the Alcid Transportation Museum, and I'm standing next to one of the museum's most prized pieces, our 1917 Curtiss Jenny. Today is February the 4th, and that is Charles Lindbergh's birthday. Charles Lindbergh, one of the most famous people and famous aviators of the 20th century, the first person to capture the Orteig Prize and fly the Atlantic nonstop from New York to Paris in May of 1927. Was born on this day, February the 4th, in 1902. When you come to Owl's Head and you see our vehicles and artifacts on the floor, the cars running, the planes flying, there's a whole lot to see and experience. But you know, there's a lot more than just what's on the floor. And today I'd like to share with you one of my favorite artifacts that we have here at the Owl's Head Transportation Museum. And in honor of Charles Lindbergh's birthday, we have something pretty special. Before Charles Lindbergh's transatlantic crossing made him quite possibly the most famous person in the world, he was a young aviator looking to make a name for himself, relatively unknown to the general public. It was at this time, prior to 1927, when he applied to the Who's Who of American Aeronautics, a periodical founded by Lester Duncan Gardner, who was the founder of the Institute of the Aeronautical Sciences. And here is my favorite artifact behind the scenes. One of my favorite artifacts. This is Charles Lindbergh's handwritten personal application to the Who's Who in American Aeronautics in his own handwriting from 1926. I love looking at original signatures. This is Charles Lindbergh's original signature. He wrote this. His application notes historical background, education background, some flight credentials, and experiences up to that point. Especially like the part about the dual member of the Caterpillar Club, having been forced to leave a plane. Army certification, 1,100 hours in 4 years. And note the Flying Club of St. Louis, which is the reason why he named his plane the Spirit of St. Louis. Gardner Publishing. And I find it interesting to note they're the oldest American aeronautical magazine at that time. I find it simply amazing that some of these old documents existed. And I love the fact that this is an application written prior to him becoming literally the most famous person in the world. The magazine which he applied for was produced in 1922 and again in 1928. So I'm guessing that by the time the 1928 version came along, he probably didn't need to apply. So just want to say once again, happy birthday to Charles Lindbergh and all the other February 4th birthdays out there, including my daughter Greta. Happy birthday, everybody.